Hi one and all, it's Jo here lying in bed. This film is about breaking my fast, my first meal, and my experience of that, tasting it, what happened just after, beforehand, my decision why to break my fast on day 5, end of day 5 of my water fast. So where shall I start? So I've just made a film about the day and my experience of kind of ketosis on day 5 and how sharp I was feeling, and I did get a couple of hunger pangs, but you know, that was all fine. And yeah, so when did it start creeping in that this was going to be my last day and that I would break my fast today? I guess it was the drive home from my friends. I just spoke about that in the last film a bit. And I was just thinking about tomorrow and being in Toulouse and needing to be kind of alert and on it, and you know, be able to walk a bit faster than I am at the moment. And I also looked at my hand during the day and I was just like prodding it a bit and looking at my knuckles and just thinking there's not much fat on that hand. And it was kind of freaking me out a bit. I was like prodding it and I was like, there's like, you can see like all these weird details through my skin and stuff that you wouldn't normally see. And I was like, don't think I like that. I think maybe I'm thin enough, you know. Let's stop this now. Um, so yeah, at my friend's house, I drank water all day today. I didn't drink anything else, and I didn't do any cheats or, you know, trying to have fizzy drinks or tisane or herbal teas, etc. I did have a warm slash hot water at one point, and then the rest of the day I had some really nice spring water that my friend had, which was really delicious and very pure and no treatment. So yeah, on the drive home I was like, okay, I think tonight I'm going to break my fast and maybe I'll have some oranges. But then when we got home, as I said in the last film, my hand's getting really tired holding this up. There was a bonfire in the garden that my husband had made, quite a big one with loads of big logs and stuff. And it was so enticing just to sit by there in the warm, because it's, what is it, 3rd of March today, so it's still a bit chilly in the evenings. But it got to probably about 23 degrees. I'm in the southwest of France here, so that was so nice to kind of sit in this top with my black dress on that's really thin and just like enjoying the amazing weather. And I'm going off track, sorry guys, I'm so tired. But I wanted to give you this film like on the day that I did it, so it's kind of fresh in my mind, so just bear with me. I'm not with it. I'm very exhausted. Yeah, so Robin brought out a little wrapped bundle of asparagus in foil, and we put that on the red embers of the bonfire, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have one of those. And then when they were ready, I was like, actually they're so unbelievably delicious that in the end I had 4. And I didn't feel too full, and I was like, this is all right, I can do this. And so I had 4, which was more than I thought, and then I kind of sat there and let that digest a bit and watched the stars come out above me. And I was lying on the bench and I was just looking at the fire as well and the flames, and I was just like, oh, I'm in my element here. I just feel so lucky to live here in the middle of nowhere, near a beautiful village, and just, you know, near the mountains and the Pyrenees. I just felt so grateful and that I'm living this life. I felt so good, and like just this huge sense of achievement that I'd got to 5 days, and just manage this thing that I never thought I'd be able to do. And especially as it's my first fast, just, oh my God, 5 days, just like that. And they went pretty quickly, it didn't drag. I kept myself occupied and it was a good experience. And I would definitely do it again. So then I went inside and my friend had just given me some homegrown spinach from her garden. And I thought, actually, I quite fancy some of that. It's so fresh and organic and yummy. So I just ripped up a few leaves of that and washed it and put that on my plate. And then when I went in the house, Robin had chopped up some cucumbers with some celery and a tiny bit of raw fennel. And I was like, ooh, that looks rather good and watery and delicious. So I put some of that on my plate, not very much. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, he was going to fry some peppers, red peppers. So I just had 2 small slices of that. Oh, I think I'm about to run out. Oh dear. I'll try and be quick. So I put that on my plate. Yeah, so I went back outside and sat with my plate in front of the fire again. And first I had the red pepper, and oh my God, putting that to my lips and tasting that was so intensely sweet and kind of crunchy and cool and delicious. I was like in my element, just like, oh my God, how can food be so divine and delicious? And then I tried a bit of cucumber, and that was nice and watery, kind of less flavour, but still yummy. And then the celery, oh my God, that was like out of this world, so flavoursome. And I could really taste the salt in that vegetable. And so I had a few bits of that, and I was like, oh my God, this is so yummy. And then I had a bit of the spinach, and actually the spinach wasn't kind of as satisfying, and it's like my body didn't really want that so much. So I left that till the end, and then there was only 1 piece of fennel in my salad that ended up on my plate, and that was really yummy and really delicious flavour as well. So I really enjoyed that. And at the end, I did have my spinach, but it wasn't as enjoyable, and it didn't seem like what I needed to eat right there and then. I probably should have just left it on my plate, but I'm terrible at that. I just eat everything that's on my plate. So yeah, that was a really nice way of breaking my fast, and I kept it raw, and I thought I was going to be having oranges, but that just came to mind, and it was what felt right at the time, and so I went for it, and it was really yummy. But interestingly, as soon as I started eating, when I had the asparagus first, as soon as I had that and put it in my mouth, literally a couple of seconds later, I had a runny nose. It was just running, and I was like, I have to go in and get a tissue. I was like, what is going on? Why is my nose running? It was like a sudden reaction to eating. So that was a bit of a surprise. I didn't think that would happen. And then all this evening, since eating, I've had to keep blowing my nose. So, don't know what that is, but weird. And what else do I want to say? Let me just have a think. Oh yeah, so as soon as I'd finished my play and came inside, sat on the sofa with my family, I just couldn't get over how exhausted I felt, and the digesting my food was so incredibly like hard work and so tiring, and I literally could not keep my eyes open. They were just like, all of my energy and my effort was going to my stomach, and I had my eyes closed and my head resting on a pillow on the back of the sofa, and I just had this sensation like all of my body, all of the kind of energy was like like this vortex going in towards my stomach region, just trying to digest this food that I just had. And normally raw food, I don't really notice the digestion process very much. I usually stay very, very focused, very alert, very awake, just ready to carry on with my day. Whereas if I have cooked food, I really slow down, and I really notice that kind of lagging, kind of just like sleepiness, like, oh, it's like much harder to digest. So I was quite surprised by that, and I was just like, I have to go to bed. I have to lie down. So I quickly made myself a hot water bottle. Well, it was actually pretty slow, to be honest, because I felt so sluggish, but I was like, right, hot water bottle and bed. Come on, Joanna, it's time to go to bed. So that's why I'm here with you right now, wanting to give you an update in the moment as it's happening. Let's see if I can think of anything else. Hang on. Yeah, so tomorrow, I think for breakfast, I won't wait until 11:30 or 12. I'm gonna refeed myself quite regularly throughout the day tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna have about maybe 2 or 3 oranges for breakfast. And then, oh, can you just leave that on for a bit, Ro? I'll turn it off later. Thanks. And then I'll eat probably oranges and maybe some other raw food throughout the day, every 2 hours. And I'll do another film tomorrow to keep you updated on my refeeding process and how that's going. And if I maybe feel, hopefully, fingers crossed, less exhausted and less sleepy after eating, because that was pretty intense tonight. Robin is getting undressed in the bedroom and disturbing me. Off my flow. Yeah, so I think that's the end of this film, and I'll see you again tomorrow, and I hope so far has been intriguing and enlightening for you. And I'll see you tomorrow for a refeeding film and eating again. Robin is laughing. It's not good to do YouTube films when you've got other people around. It doesn't work. Distraction! Anyway, sleep well, guys, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!